That was a workout, wasn't it? But guess what? We have another wonderful segment, but you know what this means? Much better. So now our next segment will be something called Kolam, or traditional floor art. It originated in South India, and floor art is something that so many people do first thing in the morning in front of their front doors. Kolam is actually a series of dots that are formed into a grid that use swerving lines as well as straight lines to create a beautiful design. Today, we are so lucky to have Bhargavii from Kolam. She has a wonderful YouTube site, and you can definitely go there to see so many different kolams, and she teaches it in such an easy to follow way. So let's enjoy Bhargavii showing us how to do our own kolam. Now, here's a little pro tip for you. Before you start your kolam, make sure that you dampen the ground with a little bit of water. That way, the chalk actually adheres better to it. Now, for this, you can use rice flour, you can use chalk powder, or just even a little piece of sidewalk chalk to do your kolam. Enjoy. And make sure, don't forget to tag us if you take a picture of your kolam on social media, either with Virtuali SA or hashtag Diwali SA 2020. And of course, don't forget to tag Bhargavii with hashtag Kolam Podu. And remember, her link to her YouTube site will be on our website, DiwaliSA.com. So let's all enjoy making a kolam together.
Hello and welcome to Kolam Podis Create, Combine and Construct series. Kolam Podu is a happy project. It aims to revive, demystify and educate the world about this traditional South Indian art form, which is more than just a floor art. Kolam is a way of life which has been beautifully designed by our ancestors. It's great for the body, mind and soul. Unfortunately, kolam has been reduced to being only a daily chore, which in fact is the reason we decided to create this show. We wanted to spread the glory of this wonderful traditional art form. The American researcher called Don Norman, who is most celebrated for his user-centered design, in fact he's even authored many books, and one of his most famous books is called The Design of Everyday Things. So in that he says, for a design to be effective, it has to impact at the emotional and cognitive level. Now for this to happen, he has broken it down to 3 levels. Number 1, the visceral or the intuitive level. Number 2, the behavioral or the social level. And number 3, the reflective or the philosophical level. Pretty much sums up life, doesn't it? Isn't it interesting that a kolam greets the passerbys, the visitors, even before you do? Have you observed that smile on people's faces when they see a beautiful kolam outside somebody's home? Create, Combine and Construct is all about enhancing your creativity and problem-solving skills. Now, creativity and problem-solving basically teaches you to come up with multiple solutions for the same problem. To do this, just knowledge isn't enough. Kolam can be considered an art, a piece of decoration, an expression of celebration, a puzzle, a mind game, and meditation, yoga. Basically, it lends itself to so many interpretations. The human brain is a fascinating one. It basically operates on this principle of use it or you lose it. It needs to be in a state of perpetual readiness, or simply put, active. Today, with technology as advanced as it is, we have many ways and opportunities to keep our minds active. But if you really think about it, has all this gotten us better? Mentally, physically, emotionally? The most worrying aspect for me personally is the increasing inability to focus. So you may ask me, so how does drawing of the kolam help and how is it relevant to this discussion? Here it is. Drawing of the kolam activates multiple intelligences at the same time. It enables midline crossing. It improves fine motor skills and it helps bilateral coordination, betters the hand control, improves the hand-eye coordination, improves the ability to focus, and it increases the time you can focus. It calms the mind, develops a habit-forming cycle which is beneficial at so many levels, and it enhances creativity and problem solving. Well, trust me, this list can go on. The question I constantly ask myself is, did our ancestors think about all these aspects while creating this concept of kolam, or did it just fall into place? Well, evolution has it that they identified a necessity after stumbling upon a solution, hasn't it? Creativity and problem solving is both a science and an art. You need to go through systematic procedures and steps from identifying a problem to solving it. And remember, there are always multiple solutions. Now with kolam, there are just 3 factors: dots, lines, and gratitude. A dot is the simplest form of visual design. It marks the beginning. It's a point of focused attention. It has no dimension. However, it anchors itself in a space and provides a reference point. They are the focal points in our composition. A line is a series of dots and it has one dimension. Lines are all about movement and direction. A line, unlike the dot, does not draw attention to itself, but it gets you to the point, in this case, the dot. Lines can connect and separate spaces and the dots. They can cross barriers, support, and protect. Are these just design elements or more? Well, my interpretation is the dot represents the circumstances and the people in your life, and the line represents how you go about life, following the rules of society and your own rules. The attitude with which you go about life pretty much sums up your approach towards your life. The art of kindness, thankfulness, appreciation, basically the grateful attitude is what gratitude is all about. Gratitude towards our ancestors, our families, our friends who mean a lot to us, to the society, to the art itself. Gratitude is a necessity. Well, the rules of this game, which is the kolam, are very simple. Number 1, it has to conform to any one form of symmetry: x-axis, y-axis, or the radial symmetry. Number 2, the lines can cross each other just once. And number 3, all the dots need to be covered. Let's create columns, combine possibilities, and construct relationships. Wishing you and your family a very, very happy Diwali. This is Bhargavii from Kolam. This year, we're collaborating with Diwali San Antonio's Festival of Lights and presenting a beautiful kolam that each of you can draw in your homes and celebrate Diwali differently this year. So I have named this kolam Anarghya, the priceless one. There is something very simple and beautiful about this design. While this kolam can overwhelm you at the first sight, I'll promise you, follow me step by step and you will surprise yourself this Diwali and create a very, very beautiful kolam in your home too. So here is how the dots are laid. This style of laying of the dots is referred to as Nerpulli, where each of the dots are aligned 90 degrees or 180 degrees from each other. So the alignment is 5, 7, 7, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 7, 7 and 5. Now the first step is to get this design in place. Locate the center and draw this simple design out. Personally, I tend to pinch my corners or my centers because I do believe it adds a little bit of character. Don't you think? Now that you have drawn this, the same design has to be replicated on all 4 sides like it's been shown in this animation. Now that we've completed the first design and replicated it on other sides, the next step is to incorporate this design around it. I have reduced the opacity of the already drawn design so that it doesn't confuse you, or let me say it enables you to understand this design formation better. Now, just like you did earlier, repeat the same pattern on all the other sides and join them the way I have to complete your beautiful design. Traditional columns are all about keeping it white and red, representing the male and female energy. Go ahead and decorate it the way you want to. Add the diyas, and I'm sure Anarghya is going to make not only you happy, but everyone who sees your kolam very happy. I truly hope you enjoyed drawing this kolam as much as I enjoyed creating this for you. It would be wonderful if you share an image of your creation on Instagram and tag Kolam Poodle so that I can also enjoy your creations. Here are the details. Thank you, Diwali San Antonio's Festival of Lights, and I thank each of you for having tried this kolam, and I truly hope you enjoyed the process as much as I did creating it for you. Happy Diwali!